Steve, when I was a little kid, I remember walking by here and that tree was about this tall.
Mr. Whitetail strikes again.
My God.
When I think of Larry, I think of someone who's a bit of an enigma.
I think Larry's warm, large, easy to visit with, embracive, dedicated, and just fun to be with.
Figure out how to put a piece of bacon around it. You know, the thing about it is, until about 30 seconds before that antler's ready to fall off, you could knock it off with a baseball bat. It's one of those immediate things. When it releases, it's bang, it's off.
If you look at folks that have made a big contribution in this hunting/conservation space, there's no one out there that I know of that's been able to successfully reinvent theirself in so many ways within this space. What I've seen him do within TWA, outside of TWA, has been nothing short of remarkable. Without Larry, there's no doubt that what we've accomplished in terms of mission deployment for Texas Wildlife Association would never have been possible.
TWA would not exist but for Larry. He formed it. Larry's provided his character, his brand, his footprint, his heritage, his legacy.
Favorite animal to hunt? It's got to be whitetail deer, but there's some very close seconds in a lot of different areas of the world, and mule deer, particularly in Texas and a few other places.
Beautiful. 32. I like it. I like it.
I love the whitetail deer because the adaptability that it has. I love the deal that just about time you get one figured out, or you think you got him figured out, he's going to teach you a new trick.
Show me another big buck. Well, that is fantastic. I'm going to go get my camera. Thank you very much, Dave. The sun's coming up. Perfect timing, by golly.
I grew up in a little community called Zimmerzeit, which is in Colorado County, just north of the Colorado River, out in the country. We would go dig worms and we would go fishing. We hunted deer back then, but there weren't very many deer. And my dad was into hounds and horses, and so I kind of grew up in that situation of dealing with hounds, running hounds during the nighttime and running beagles during the afternoon. And had a mother who read to me from the time before I could read, from the pages of Outdoor Life and Sports and Field and Field and Stream. And when I was in kind of the tail end of my high school years, I had met several biologists and game wardens who happened to be friends of the family and that kind of thing. And I knew that that's really what I wanted to do. I wanted to spend my life in the outdoors. I didn't want to spend it in an office, didn't want to work at a 9-to-5 job, because we had never had a 9-to-5 job. It was literally from can to can't kind of thing. So that's really what kind of led me to the love of the outdoors, the love of reading, the love of writing. That's what led me into the wildlife side of things. The one thing that we noticed is that for us to have a voice as far as wildlife is concerned, as far as landowners were concerned, 3 of us could do so much. 300 of us could do that much more. So we saw that need to form an organization to where we would have a voice that could be heard over a large area of the state of Texas.
Had we had not had the initiative for folks, like Larry and a few others to step forward and form the Texas Wildlife Association at that time, it gives me a great deal of pause to think about what the landscape in many ways would look like across Texas today.
The other thing that you wouldn't have had TWA never been formed is you wouldn't have had 80,000+ kids going on a Texas youth hunting program, sponsored hunt. I mean, it's the most successful youth hunting model in the country.
I want more hunters, period. The more hunters there are, the better it is for wildlife, the better it is for the community, the better it is economically for the community. So to me, our youth program is very important. The recent addition of bringing adults into that same kind of program, it's something I've been wanting to see happen for a long time, but we could only do so many different things through TWA. As we've grown, we've been able to do that, and with the support of people financially, because it all comes down to dollars, we can continue doing those kind of programs and really expand upon those kind of things. We need to think about today, we need to think about tomorrow, but we need to think about 10 years, 15 years, 20. That's where TWA needs to start looking, not just now. Let's double that 40 years and start looking at what are we going to be doing then? What are we going to be doing to protect what we hold so very dear to us.